Hi guys, VST here, very nice Tech, and yes, I still have the Pixel 3 XL in my hand, as you can see. Now the question is, what are we gonna do with this device? But I know that you have been checking the video title and you already know what I am about to do. So today I'm going to do the unholy thing, to install a Google Camera mod on a Google Pixel 3 XL device, right? Why the hell do we need a Google Camera mod on a phone that has the Google Camera already as a stock camera? We need to find out. What I'm also going to do in this video is I'm going to compare the stock Google Camera from the Pixel 3 XL to the modded Google Camera that I'm going to install, guys. Alright, so stay tuned and watch the full video because I promise you it's going to be very, very interesting. Now here we are at this time at the video where I need to say, please guys, like my video and subscribe to my channel, but I'm not gonna say it, guys. Alright, cool. Now, without further ado, let's go download the best Google Camera mod for the Pixel 3 XL. Let's compare both cameras, see who is winning, see what are the differences, see what happens. But now guys, now is the moment of truth. I will remove the RAW options. By the way, only the Pixel seems to be handling RAW pictures because Google Camera 7.2 RAW option doesn't really work well actually at all for the other phones. So this means that if you take a picture on the RAW format on the OnePlus 7 Pro, you're not gonna be able to edit it later. But now guys, the moment of truth, let's try to shoot some pics. What I'm gonna do, let's go to HDR+, alright? And I'm going to take one picture with the PX cam or the cam from Stock, and then one picture with the stock Google camera. And then we're going to compare it. So are we ready to do this? Let's do this, guys. First picture is on the famous gamepad. Okay, pressing shutter button. Okay, so this is how the picture looks like shot on the PX cam. Now I'm going into the stock Google camera. Okay, checking, we are using no RAW and then HDR+. Alright, perfect. Just let's do this. This is how the picture looks like when shot on the original Google camera. Next object. It's this flower, guys, okay? Putting the Google Camera PX. Trying to get a nice picture of this. Picture taken. Now I'm switching back to the original Google camera and trying to go for the very same shot. Let's try to do this. And this is how the flower looks like when shot on the original Google camera. Next object. This bottle of whiskey. Alright, I'm switching back to the PX cam, okay. Let's put it like this so that we can, that's perfect. To capture also a little bit the lights from the sun. Okay, and this is how the picture looks like when shot by the PX cam. Now I'm putting the original Google camera, trying to do the exact same shot. Okay, and this is how the picture looks like when shot with the original Google camera. Next object. Okay. I'm switching back to the PX cam. Okay, and this is how the picture looks like when shot by the modded version of the Google camera. Now I'm switching back to the original Google camera. The same picture but shot with the original Google camera. Next object. Alright, let's see. I'm switching back the PX camera. This is nice, okay. Okay, perfect. We have a lot of lights coming in here. I think this is going to do a very nice example for HDR enhanced. So now, this is the shot that is done with the PX camera, guys. Now I'm going back to the original Google camera, trying to aim for the very same shot. This is how the original Google camera captured this shot. Next shot. Okay. A very nice reflection. Again, I do like this setup because we have light coming from the window, and here we have a curtain in front, so here we have a black part, highlights, here we have a light part. This kind of also reflects the light, so it will make a good example. So going back to the PX camera, okay, let's do a close-up against the sun. That's nice. Those shots are always very easy, guys. This is what the picture looks like on the PX camera. Now going back to the stock camera and trying to aim for the very same shot. This is how the picture looks like when shot on the original Google camera. More tests. Next shot. Okay, we have the Sony headphones, guys, that I reviewed recently. So if you want to check the video, it's going to be somewhere on the left or the right side. Going back to the modded PX Google camera. Okay. This is how the headphones looked when shot with the PX camera. Now going back on the original Google camera, trying to do the same shot. This is now how the headphones look when shot on the original Google camera. Next shot. Very careful with this because there is real coffee inside. Very nice. Okay. A picture of a glass of coffee. Let me make sure that I'm running the PX camera. Okay, now that's the PX camera, guys. This is what the picture looks like with the PX camera. Now going back to the original Google camera. Okay, let's try to go for the same shot. This is what the picture looks like when shot with the original Google camera. Let's do some final tests, guys. So we're gonna be shooting this flower here with the PX camera because I like the way the sun reflects on the flower through the glass. Okay. And now let's do the same shot with the Google camera. Okay, going for the focus. Okay. Final test, going to the PX camera, trying to aim for this shot. And aiming here on the blue element. This is what the picture looks like when shot by the PX camera. Now final picture going to the Google stock camera and aiming for the very same shot. And this is how the picture looks like when shot with the stock Google camera. So guys, what do you think? Was the Camera PX better than the Google camera, or you think that the original Google camera outperformed the Camera PX? I know this is very subjective, but I would love to hear what you think down below in the comments, guys. So first, we need to open Chrome. You all know about the Google Camera Hubport site. I'm going to save you guys the effort to search it. You should directly hit the SysStark APKs, as SysStark is namely putting a lot of efforts into creating Google camera modes for the Pixel. So SysStark is actually been working on Pixel phones. So if you have a Pixel phone and you want to try a modded or let's say enhanced Google camera experience compared to the stock one, this is the place to go. Alright, so let's go to the download page and let's see what is the latest version. Apparently is SysStark PX version 4.3. We can see it's a Google Camera 7.2. There is even a changelog, and this is a very recent update. So let's go and see the changelog. The changelog is available on the XDA tweet, so let's go and open it just to read it through, guys, so that we understand, what is been going on. Alright, let's see here. Changelog. Add PX to EXIF software tag to help differentiate photos from PX mode. Enable HDR Plus enhance on Pixel 4. Added manual exposure slider which will hide when appropriate. You must enable the slider in PX mode settings manual exposure control near the bottom. You must use night sight portrait mode with PX mode settings portrait, HDR enhanced or camera enhanced. Okay, cool. But let's download the latest version, install it on the phone. So I'm pressing on the APK. Okay, download. All right, press OK. We are now downloading a 74 megabytes file, guys. I have to ask myself the questions, you know, people with Xiaomi phones, people with OnePlus phones, LG phones, Asus phones, whatever, any other Android phones, they're striving to get the Google Camera modes on their phone because we know that this provides a very nice photographic experience, right? So this is pretty much the best thing to do when you have a smartphone is go search and hopefully you can use Google Camera on your phone, provided that it supports it, right? Now most of the modern phones do support it, but then why should somebody install a Google Camera mode on a Pixel device where the Google Camera is already stock? We have to find out, and that's why I'm pressing open. Do you want to install this application? So name is Camera PX, press install. Okay, we need to wait a little bit. By the way, if you didn't watch my full Pixel 3 XL review, is it still the Pixel 3 XL worth it for 2020? Please check up your right corner because it's gonna be there, guys. Watch it, it's an interesting video. Alright, now the application is installed and this is really very crazy, guys. You can see we have the original Google Camera, of course this is the original Google Camera icon, and then we have the Camera PX. So let's run the Camera PX and see what options we have inside. Camera PX. Allow Camera PX to take pictures and record video. Allow only when using the app, of course. Allow. Alright, now something I want to do, I want to check the versions. So we know that the Camera PX is actually using Google Camera 7.2. Quite a good thing that you don't need to use a clone, they do all work both together. So let's go back into the Camera PX, open it. Alright, settings. Now guys, let's go to the settings and let's compare it one by one. So let's review the general settings that we have into the modded Google Camera for the Pixel X3. So we go to settings. Now guys, that's the modded Google Camera. We have the saved location, we have camera sounds, we have Google Lens suggestions, we have framing hints, we have save selfie as previewed, then we have the PX mod settings and the lip patcher, and something tells me that most probably these things are not going to be available into the stock Google Camera. Then we have the social share, we have the gestures, we have the grid type, frequent faces, we have advanced, and then we have photo resolution for camera, and we have also video resolution 4K for the video. And this is actually the modded Google Camera. Now if we open the regular Google Camera, let's go here. Okay, let's press settings, save location, camera sounds, Google Lens suggestion, the framing hints, save selfie as previewed, social share, gestures, grid type, advanced, and you see it's pretty much the same, right? But you don't have the PX settings and also the lip patcher. Now, going back into the Google Camera, the modded one, what I want to check is the following. Before going into the PX mode settings and the lip patcher, let's just press advanced. In advance of the modded Google Camera, we have show dirty lens warning, we have HDR control, let's enable this, we have RAW and JPEG control, let's enable that as well, we have store videos efficiently, let's enable this as well, and what is this here? Social media depth features. Depth data will be saved, this data may be used by social media apps. Oh, turn it off. Now let's go back to the original Google Camera and let's go to advanced. Show dirty lens warning, HDR control as well, RAW and JPEG, store videos, and you don't have the other option, alright? So already two things missing. Now, going back to the most important part, going back to the Google Camera from the C-Start, see here, PX mode setting. I think this is where the magic happens, but let's check out. Let's press here, boom. General settings, and then the first thing is about. Let's press about. Here we see that this is the PX mod version 4.3. We would like to extend our appreciation and grading, so you see people like Arnova, like BSG, Esdeman, you know, Sanity, Savitar, Unix 05 Extreme, Tolian, all those guys, like all those great molders working together at the end, coming as a one very strong and big community and making this happening, guys. Alright, cool. So that was the about. Now here are some interesting menus, guys, that we are not yet to see on other phones, but besides the Pixel phones. Stock features. Enable, disable features like motion photos, synthetic fill flash, etc. Let's go there. Synthetic fill flash, I don't think I ever see these on another Google Camera mode, let's say on the OnePlus 7 Pro or the OnePlus 7 or my Xiaomi Mi 9. Disable focus tracking, I think this one we've seen. Disable motion photos, okay, I will not change anything here. Then here we have default launch mode camera, but you can also go into portrait and night sight. This is a very nice feature when you turn on the camera to go directly to a chosen mode by you. Then we have the use Google Photos viewer. Enabling this option allows proper viewing of portrait, motion and other special photos, but you cannot view your photo as they're being processed. Okay, let's put it like this. Non-ZSL frame count. Now, 0 shutter lag increases frames captured to reduce noise with increased processing time. 0 to minimal change in dynamic range. Select default. Again, that's an option I see for the first time. Okay. Then we have a maximum zoom level, overrides the maximum zoom amount. This may cause instability on certain devices at high zoom levels. Now, selection is default and you can go up to 50x, and this is crazy. 4K time-lapse, okay, this is to enable the UHD 4K for time-lapse. Default is only full HD. Restore smart burst. Reverse long press shutter button action to smart burst mode. If disabled, long press action will capture 3.1 megapixel video. I also don't know that I've seen this somewhere else. Super res zoom always on. Increases detail when less than 1 or 2 zoom, but may use more processing power and battery. Okay, fine. Force saber merge method. Okay. Cool. Portrait zoom, so apparently, you know, you can just use the Pixel 2 and 3 default, which is zooming the picture with 1.5x, and the Pixel 3a default is actually 2x, so this is just to change the zoom level when you want to shoot a portrait picture. Disable face sharp correction, disable distortion correction in faces. I don't think I also seen it somewhere else. DCI P3 color space, this has been also implemented for other phones. Portrait HDR enhanced, guys, this is great. Okay, then we have AI AWB settings, the settings, guys, for the white balance. And here, guys, look at this, astrophotography settings. Long exposure matches mode not installed. Aha, okay, this will require root, guys. So if you press tab here to install, probably gonna be redirected. Okay, like I knew it. So these optional modules may provide more functionality and or improve processing speed or efficiency. It having for that. Okay, this guys means that you need to have root to install this specific long exposure matches module, and without that we just have automatic maximum exposure time. It's default up to 60. This is also what we have implemented in other Google camera versions. Okay, show astro buttons. Yeah, all right, let's enable them. This we also had, I think I made a video in the burial GCam. We have this also for the OnePlus 7 device, OnePlus 7 Pro and etc. The Mi 9, the Mi 9T. Experimental settings, guys, this could be interesting. Up to 60 megapixel output, only for the Pixel 4. Enables up to 60 megapixel output depending on zoom level. Manual exposure control, okay, let's try to see. And then you have expanded manual exposure options. Okay, let's not go there. But guys, I think all the magic into the port happens here into the so-called PX settings, and then you have the leap patcher. Now, I'm not going to review the leap patcher because we have been using this into the most recent versions of the Google Camera 7.2. But look here, we have also something called global options, for system noise model, again sharpness. Okay, I think all of this is implemented for the other phones as well. And before I leave, I have one surprise for you. I really want to thank you. So if you really are at the end of this video, I want to shake your hand and give you a high five and really thank you big time, my friend, because you're really helping me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm not gonna say that you have to like and subscribe. You know what to do. VST over. Bye.